Today we're gonna find out if my stock GTR has any chance of beating my tuned GTR. The car that loses this race, we're gonna sell it. Whichever one of you guys lose, you're getting sold. You or you, one of you gotta go. But before we race the black one, there's a couple things we have to address and fix before it has any chance at beating my tuned GTR. If you're new to my channel, welcome. This is my black GTR that we completely restored, taking it from this neglected, ran down, and abandoned, and completely brought it back to life. But there is still a couple issues that we have to fix. This car has every single light on the dash. Yes, I mean every single light. But hopefully this can fix at least 2 or 3 of them. I'm sure you're wondering what the wires in the box are for. Let's get into it. Well, this right here is the rear wheel speed sensor for the Nissan GTR. These are actually extremely expensive. We also needed a front right wheel speed sensor. This was $35. I don't know why the rears are so much more. This right here should solve a bunch of the lights off the dash. Well, that's what I hope. Make sure you watch to find out what ends up happening. Let's waste no time. Let's install these wires to fix some of the lights, hopefully. Now, one thing to note, if you guys ever end up, or if you've lifted a GTR on the hoist, it is the most annoying thing to get on the hoist. The jack points just don't really match up. You have to rig it in such a stupid way. Like, I got brake pads right there. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but bro, this was actually my first time getting it on the hoist. Hopefully it's fine, man. I promise I'm just doing the shake test to make sure the car doesn't fall off the hoist, guys.
It's very special to make love to Chase. It's for me to be underneath him. He really likes that.
Before we do this, I should actually figure out how to do the sensors first.
Hey guys, Chris Fix here.
All right, Chris, thank you again, my man. I think I got this shit. I grabbed everything I think I'll end up needing for this job. We have a corded impact. Don't make fun of me. Let's get it. Now we gotta find where these sensors are. Here's the Nissan GTR adaptive suspension. There is actually a comfort mode, and this can adapt based on that, which is pretty cool. I was looking in the wheel well for quite some time until I actually found out they're located by the diff. It's up in the diff area. Here's the connector there. I just gotta find where it leads to. And where the hell does that lead to? Can't go that far, right? Then I found it. There's the rear left sensor, and here's the rear right sensor. The rear left looks a bit harder to get at. I got both loose in a pretty timely manner. We just got this one out right here, and this one back here. So we should now just have this connector, and we should be good, hypothetically. But as we know in life, nothing is ever that easy, of course. Make sure you watch to find out the small thing that happens that completely ruins this job. Connectors are top 10 worst nightmares. I actually hate connectors. Oh, there goes my phone. I was able to get the connector, but that's the least of our worries. Now we just gotta route it from around. Bro, that's not gonna be fun to get out. The rear right sensor wire was held in by multiple clips. And let me tell you, they were not easy to get out. Are you kidding me? Here's my last resort in hopes of it working. Got it. I guess that's one way of putting your whole back into it. We got it, boys. The old wheel speed sensor. I routed the sensors, tightened the left side, tightened the right side, and plugged back in the connector. Now let's install the front right wheel speed sensor, which was causing a code to go off as well. For this one, I found out that there actually was no wheel speed sensor at all. No wonder all those lights are on the dash. I was able to find this out by checking out the opposite side, finding where that wheel speed sensor goes, and I just did basically the opposite for the side that needed it. In no time, we had all the sensors replaced, and it was time to test out the car. I'm kind of nervous, guys. Here's the moment of truth. Every light is still on the dash. But the all-wheel drive light's gone. Wait, the all-wheel drive light's gone. That fixed it. Ha, that's what I thought. We're gonna clear all the codes, see what comes back after we take it for a test drive. Before on the GTR, the all-wheel drive wasn't working. The car was pretty much stuck in rear-wheel drive. And now that the all-wheel drive light is gone, let's test if it actually works now. If we want this GTR to even have a chance of taking the red GTR that's fully tuned, we at least need all-wheel drive. I took it down the driveway. Oh my God, yes! Oh fuck. Yep, the all-wheel drive light is back. I scanned the car and it was telling me the rear right sensor. I must have did something wrong when installing it. Rear right sensor number 2. I'm not gonna lie, guys, when I plugged in the rear right one, which would make sense, there was a little gap from it going in, which could be causing it. This is how the rear right wheel speed sensor was plugged in, and I think this is what's causing all the lights to stay on the dash. If I was able to get it to sit properly, I had to take a wire brush and a file and completely sand it down pretty much to get rid of any corrosion. Now all we gotta do is take it for a test drive and hope the all-wheel drive light doesn't come back on. Let's drive it. We also need gas, so let's go get gas. Please don't come back. Oh my God. Wait, all the other lights went away. Oh my God. Holy shit. All the lights are gone. Every light is gone, bro. The fact that the only thing keeping the lights in the dash was that millimeter of space. I guess every millimeter really does count. Oh my God, this car feels mint. This GTR is pretty much mint again, man. Damn, bro. This is literally like a perfectly good GTR now, bro. Like before, it was kind of like, all the lights are on the dash, this is shit. It's literally a perfect GTR now, man. This is so cool. It really blows my mind that just a couple weeks ago, the same exact car was at the same exact gas station, just looking a little bit different now than it did before. Now that this GTR is fully operable, there's no lights on the dash, I think it's time we put it to the test and race it against my fully bolt-on and tuned Nissan GTR and see how well this one can compete for it being stock and first gen. But first, let's get the cars together and compare the two mod for mod. Look at this background, bro. Look where we brought the GTRs, man. The GTRs versus the cows. Now, before we race these cars, let's compare the difference between a full bolt-on and tuned GTR versus a stock first gen GTR. Let's get into it. This right here is my 2013 Nissan GTR that has been my daily for the past 2 years. I put on 60,000 kilometers since owning it. I've done the front facelift, I've done the headlights, put on some nice wheels, but I did buy this car with full bolt-ons. Full bolt-ons means it has air intakes, downpipes, allegedly. It has upgraded injectors and an Armatrix exhaust. Other than that, in terms of power, I don't think anything else is done to it, but let's get into the stock GTR now. This right here is my 2009 stock GTR, which we fully restored it from looking like this. It was super clapped. We did update the front bumper from this GTR and swapped it onto here. So this is actually a facelifted bumper for this gen. And other than that, this car is fully stock. A stock 2009 Nissan GTR pushes about 480 wheel horsepower. That's pretty damn crazy, bro, for a 2009. Now for a stock 2013 GTR, it would have about 545 horsepower to the wheels, which is pretty good and quite an upgrade from the previous gen. But this one's not stock. I've never actually dynoed it. From what it says on Google and other people with the similar mods, they usually push around 630 to 650 wheel horsepower. So theoretically, this car should dust the bricks off this car, right? Now it's time to find out. We took both GTRs on a 40-hour drive all the way down to Mexico so we could run this race. And honestly, the results really shocked all of us. The following content has been artificially generated in Mexico using highly advanced, state-of-the-art, completely theoretical, and not at all questionable technologies. Please enjoy.
Bye-bye, GTR!
Low-key, he kept up, bro. I can't lie. Here we go, race number 2.
Fucking jumping with my seat.
We dusted his ass! Or we dusted my car. Holy shit. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty close. It was pretty close, bro. But to be honest, I kind of let you go at the start. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, I low-key let you go because
sure.
we didn't really time it properly because I was gonna call you. I saw your phone was recording. All right, you know what? I'm not gonna take it easy on you now. We're gonna go again, a couple more rounds. I'm gonna put you in your place, bro. This thing is dog shit compared to this one, bro.
You know what the hack here is? I don't own any of these cars, so if I...
All right, bro. All right, man. Get out of here, bro. We have the whole camera going. Holy, that looks so sick. When someone pulls up with this, you know they mean business usually. All right, we're gonna run this shit back. We got the gav cam this time. Let's destroy him, bro. I'm not even gonna give him the satisfaction of winning. He's not even getting the satisfaction of winning. I'm gonna destroy him. To be fair, guys, I'm also on my 91 tune. 91 to 93, it's extremely, I swear to God, you get like 50 more horsepower. It's so much different.
Bye-bye, red GTR!
I was trying to listen to him honk and I couldn't hear it.
Come on now, you.
Wow. This shit, let's run some flames. The light's coming off. Hold on, we gotta fix the light, bro. Yo, the light came off, bro. Did it break it?
Yeah,
The light came off. Oh,
it's like
it melted it. Oh my God. To be honest, I'm not too happy with those results. I'm gonna make an excuse right now. I was on my 91 map and he jumped a couple times. Those flames were insane. Yo, who jumped every other race?
No, just because you're not building boost doesn't mean I'm jumping. I got the advantage because I'm honking.
And I was on my 91 tune.
Yeah, but you jumped, and now you gotta sell the red GTR.
No.
All the medic.
That's cap. That's cap. Bro, I literally won multiple times. I wasn't even on my 93 tune, bro.
I'm not on 92.
No, okay, real shit on the side. This black one did a really good job of keeping up, to be
So it's
honest.
just driver mod.
Go f yourself, man. Oh, what's your honest opinion on like its power for 2009?
Honestly, it has some crazy ass power. I've driven this GTR, but I mean, in comparison with the stock 2009 GTR, I'm completely impressed. It feels just as fun as the 2013, except it's just quiet.
That car, honestly, for stock, that car can move, bro. I mean, shit, I haven't even done a full pull on the stock GTR. Let's run it. I'm gonna see for myself how it compares to the second gear pull. Go. It's quick, man. And for 2009, bro, this shit was doing it different, man. Wow. And now, since we fully fixed up the black GTR, ran it up in a race against my red GTR, I think it's safe to say I know the next move for this car. We've definitely had our fun with it, and I've learned so much from this car. This GTR has taught me how to work on cars by myself, from doing the bell housing with my friends, to diagnosing issues, changing out sensors. This car has earned me confidence, and I wouldn't have wanted to fix up any other car for my first ever rebuild flip. I love having two GTRs, but I definitely don't think it's necessary. Well, I think that concludes it. It's time to get rid of the black GTR. We're gonna be selling the black GTR now, guys. It lost the race to the red one, obviously. Why would I keep this one when I have this one? It's time to sell it. Guess in the comments how much you think it'll sell for. So make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you boys in the next video. Peace.